Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be bringing you a video on how I've created my own stamped inserts using functional stamps, and these ones are particularly by Tailor Dreams. I'm not going to be demoing any of these for you, but I'm going to be giving you some ideas on how you can do this yourself. This was my first attempt on making a full stamped insert. I used plain blank paper that I had punched holes in. So this is what the paper looked like previously, and this is what I came up with. The first thing you need to figure out before you start this project, basically, is to find what kind of layout works for you. I have tried both vertical as well as horizontal on one page with a notes page and like etc. page, and my vertical has been on 2 pages with a small little note section. So I kind of used what I liked in those and then tried to jumble around, make it work for me. Originally, I had just done this page and I thought that I would use one of my older inserts, like these ones are from The Delightful Deer. Thought I would use one page from this and then use this page as my notes page instead of using the ones that it came in the set. So I first did this, and usually what I track or what I need to remember on a weekly basis are packages that come in, my habits, my work hours, chores that I need to do, and that's basically what I usually do. In this one, I added a little to-do section, a top 3 projects that I want to work on, and a shopping list. Also to track my Instagram posts. So I just created all those little sections for those items. Here, I'll zoom you in so you can see better. Here we go. So I just used an alpha set to put the date and the year, as well as I did that with the week over here. For the base of the insert, I used grids and dots. Well, in this one I used just the dots. So I stamped that out right here and then used that as a base for what else I wanted to put. I would recommend getting all your functional stamps out, or you could do this with a pen. You could make a stencil, you could do bullet journaling style, but I personally love stamps, so I use my functional stamps. One that is great for this is Headers Bold from Tailor Dreams, because you can label those different sections. So here I have my shopping list, and I just put a line of check boxes. I have my chores, the main chores that I want to complete that week. So I wanted to clean the bathroom, clean the kitchen sink, and do some laundry. So instead of writing that out, I just used my stamps. This is from Spring Cleaning from Tailor Dreams, and I just added a little dewdrop behind it just for added color. Now you can tell that this spread is mostly using light purple ink as well as mint green ink, and then I also use a little black here and there, and then my black pen. You can create quite a impact with just a few colors. I divided the section up. I use a little bit of skinny washi to divide that section up. It's foiled washi, and I will link all the supplies I used down below. Here are my projects. That little box is from Icon Borders, another great functional set that you can use to divide up smaller sections. So this is where I tracked my Instagram posts, I tracked my work hours, and then these boxes, you don't necessarily have to keep them in the orientation that they are. You could flip them in any way you want. So that's what I did with this one. So the grid dot only covers 2/3 of the page, and I just left the rest blank, and I used the new bubble habit tracker down here to track my habits. Another great functional set that is similar to Icon Borders, but if you like lines, this is a good one. This is List Sidebar. So I used that to write my top 3 things that I wanted to do that week. Smaller to-do items. This is actually a line set. This is from Vertical Checklist. So I just used the lines to write straight, so it's easier for me to write because, you know, like I said, this page was blank. So I just stamped some lines as well as some checkboxes from the same set and used that as like a smaller to-do list. Going back to List Sidebar, I used the 3-row box for my top 3 as well as packages that I'm expecting that week. And I used the little cute Tailor Dreams exclusive little creatures just popping up right there. Thought that was really cute. And I labeled that packages. I could have totally stamped on this, but I wanted to have the focus be on the little creature. So that is like the etc. section of the layout. And now we move on to the actual days of the week. I made sure to use almost all of the space just so I had enough room to write. And I used grid dots again. And you can tell that grid dots would naturally end here. So it should have ended right here. However, this one ends over here. I just stamped it again. I didn't ink the stamp all the way, and I used some of the uninked dots to line up with the previous dots to continue on the dots. I didn't exactly do this perfectly because you can see some of the dots are much thicker than the ones up here, but it's okay, it doesn't bother me. And I totally just realized that I misspelled giveaway. I think I was just so excited about my giveaway that I misspelled it. And I'm so sorry about that. I hate misspellings on spreads. I'm sorry. Let's get back to the little weekly section. So I kind of based mine off of this, where I divided the days up, but I did a Monday start, and I used day tabs to put the days of the week. And then I also used a older set by Tailor Dreams, script dates, to put the days of the week. And I just used the same ink. It's very subtle, but you can still see that the date is there. I also put a weekend banner that is matching to the sketch alpha that is over here. I just divided the days up because I wanted the lines to be quite subtle, so I just used a pencil to divide up the days. And some of them I made much larger, like Thursday is much larger than Wednesday because I didn't have too much to do on Wednesday. So I just made sure that the day tab was still in the confines of the box, and then I just made Thursday much larger. I had a little bit of excess underneath here, so I used some washi tape to divide it up. I used some of the lines from the mini set called Lines, just used 3 lines. And I also used the numbers from list sidebar to number that. And then I also used things I'm grateful for from the motivational lists mini set from Tailor Dreams. And I just stamped things I'm and then grateful for underneath it, because it obviously if it was in one line it wouldn't fit. So I just put things I'm grateful for, and then I wrote 3 things that I was grateful for that week, just to fill up that space. I was extremely happy with how this turned out. The next week, I challenged myself to try to create a vertical layout using the grid this time. This is what I came up with. This one I based off of the coffee camera planner inserts that I use. So these are the ones that I based my layout upon. It fits 4 days in one page, but there aren't 8 days of the week. You use one little section as a note section, which is what I did on here. I used the grid. I masked a bit on the sides just so it wasn't all the way on the page itself. And then I used one of these headers. This is actually from Half Boxes. This is an older set by Tailor Dreams, but it's a great functional one as well. I just used one of the headers right here to create the little sections, basically. So if I didn't have a header there, it would seem that this whole section would be for one day. To break it up visually, I used that header as well as script dates to date the sections, and I kind of just left a little space to create the look of vertical inserts. I didn't want to do the pencil thing again like I did on this one because I didn't think it really needed it, because there was that extra space that created that border for me. I did that Monday, Tuesday, and I stamped another grid down here. Wednesday, Thursday. Here is another little space that I have yet to fill, but I think I will do something similar to things I'm grateful for, or just some notes. I could just use that as a little note section. I could have totally left a larger space in between these days and these days, but it didn't happen that way, so we'll move on. Same thing here. I did the grid as well as the headers, and then Sunday is left here. Then I had all of this space right here and here to play with. So I put my habit tracker, my work hours, packages I was expecting, and my Instagram posts. On this one, I had extra the little to-do list, my top 3 projects, and a shopping list. I didn't feel like I needed that this week, so I didn't include that. I could have totally put that here, but I didn't. That's one thing that I love about making your own stamped inserts is you can tailor it to how your week is going to be. That is my attempt at a vertical layout using stamps. And here is my third attempt. I've had a lot of fun creating my own inserts with stamps. And this is another thing that I tried this week. I tried to do another horizontal layout. This time I put my notes section on the left side instead of the right side. So I have my habit tracker, mail I'm expecting, chores, my work hours, tracking my Instagram posts, and here I had a very large section, so I created a goal for myself and I wanted to start to read at least 20 minutes a day. I have quite a stack of books that are piling up on my bedside table that I have yet to read, so I figured I need to set a goal for myself. 20 minutes a day is not very much, so I think I will start from there and then work my way up. So I just put that there quite large so that I can see it. On the weekly section, I did more of a structured look where it's all the same. This paper is a gridded dot that I had printed out myself and just cut to size. So that's the dots that you see. I didn't use the grids or the dots this time. I just used a gridded paper. So on this section with my weekly, I didn't divide up the day, but I used different colors to divide that for me. So I used script dates and different headers to create that structure for me. I have two sections, today and to do. Today is numbered from 1 to 3, so basically my top 3 for the day. And on the right section is my to do. I am still kind of new to the today to do kind of layout. You know, it's slowly working for me, but it's just something that you need to get used to, which is what I think. It's just repetition really helps you lock down on a specific technique or style. But I did that for Monday to Friday, and instead of doing Saturday and Sunday, which I didn't have very much space for, I just kept it as things that I need to do on the weekend. But I still put the dates, the individual dates. I'd put 30 and 31. That is another version of stamping your own inserts. This one, my first one, I kept all stamps. No stickers, and very, very minimal washi. This one, I started to add a couple more stickers, just for little accents here and there. And this one, I used quite a bit of decorative stickers, such as here, as well as more icon or label kind of stickers, just to add a little pop of color. My advice when stamping your own insert is to keep the colors simple. Stick to 2 to 3 colors so that it keeps everything uniform. This one I did purple, mint, and black. I just colored these in, but that's all I used. This one I did 3 colors, but I kept my base color, which is the pink. It's very light. It is very pleasing to the eye. It's not very jarring. And I had my accent colors as this smoke blue and this mint green, just for a little accent. And then this one, I kept it quite similar with the color scheme. I pulled out the colors from the stickers that I used, just so I have a more cohesive look. So I hope that was helpful. I'm sorry that I didn't stamp live for you today. Please let me know how you liked it. If you have any more questions, please leave them down below and I will be happy to answer them. All the information that I will have will be linked in the description box, as well as all the stamps I used. If there was something that you saw that you were particularly interested in, such as where the stamp was from or where that sticker was from, just let me know, because those are the little details that I probably won't be listing down below because I didn't necessarily talk about them. But if you were still interested in them, I will let you know. Just leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!